accent, and I live not too far away from Russia. I live in Europe, and I've actually been to Russia and some of the adjacent countries. So I can really tell you that this vibe is unmatched. Anyways, let's get into the video. Alright, we got the Russian courtyard vibes versus the old church vibes. And old church vibes, it's like you can rarely encounter it in Russia. However, the Russian courtyard, it is basically a staple piece in every Russian town. Like you can encounter it almost everywhere, and I think that this picture gives off such a wholesome and cozy vibe. Like I cannot even explain it, because this place is probably far away from any road, and there are people that everybody knows each other and this sort of thing. So I'ma pick this, and 69% of users agree with me. Let's go. Alright, in this picture we got the average and most popular Russian house with a lot of flats, and I can tell you that this type of house looks really depressing. And in this picture we got the village vibes, like those old houses where like only grannies and grandpas live. None of the youth actually is living here for the most part. And yeah, this vibe is really cozy as well, because there's no loud noises in this type of settlement. Everybody knows each other, and it just gives off very friendly and cozy vibe. I'ma pick this. 45 agrees with me. Alright, we got Putin vibes and trains vibes. I don't really know what Putin vibes mean, so I'ma just pick the train vibes, because train vibes are really great. You can see the snow flowing in the train. It just rides, and you look at it and you don't really know where it goes. There are people with their own affairs, and you'll never ever meet them again, and they just go on their own journey. 86% agrees with me. Kremlin vibes or Russian ideology vibes. Well, I don't support Russian ideology, and Kremlin vibes, like, it can be really beautiful here. This picture is really magnificent. The sky, my god, the sky is really good, and this is just whack. 81 agrees with me. Let's go. Alright, we got a tough one here. Evening vibes versus winter vibes. Now, Russian winters are really harsh. They're tough, and they can be really cold, especially in places like Siberia and like those north type of places. Evening vibes. Again, you can see the weather is probably not that good. It's getting dark, and the people, you kind of just see the light in the flats. They have their own affairs. They have to go to the work tomorrow, and now they probably eating in the kitchen, preparing for the next day, and just kind of resting in this cozy little atmosphere. I like this vibe. 50% agrees with me. Church vibes versus Russian village vibes. I gotta say, I'm not really a fan of church vibes. Russian village vibes choose it because protest vibes, it's not really the vibes, it is really, it's just sad. So railway station vibes 100% agrees with me, no doubt. Alright, sad vibes or sunset vibes. Those like sound really, really close to each other. And sad vibes is just like the ultimate, the ultimate Russian vibe, like where these old buildings with many, many floors and balconies, and the weather is cold and dark. It just and by the way, this is a Russian slur written here. This is a Russian slur, and on the right picture we got a very, very warm vibe when the sunset, where like the light just travels through the window and kind of lightens up the room. I like it. Moscow City vibes or bus vibes. I've never been to Moscow City, and I'm not really a big fan of this vibe because it is not the signature Russian vibe. In the sense that you can find the skyscrapers like this and even tall and even higher, like in the America, for example, or even any other city. However, the bus vibes, they're totally different in Russia, because it's not like that. In the US, it really gives off a darker and colder vibe, but it has its own charm to it. Apartment vibes or Russian childhood vibes. Well, apartment vibes is good, but Russian childhood vibes, I can tell that the childhood that youngins have in America versus Russia is totally different. Especially if you are not from the very like middle class, like if you're from below middle class family, your childhood will be filled with a ton of creativity and of course struggles. But you know, it has its own vibe to it. I'm gonna pick this picture. 43% agrees with me. Russian vibes versus city vibes. We can see two old people and their dog. They're probably in the village. And city vibes. City vibes. City vibes. You can see those houses there. Really, really similar to each other, and it just adds up to the whole vibe. I really like this picture. 50% agrees with me. Houses vibes or college vibes. I think we had enough of houses in this video, and college vibes are really cool. You see, it's probably the lecture. The lecture is like really early, and everyone is very, very sleepy. They do not want to study that much, they just want to get some rest. You see, the weather is really early in the morning, and you should go to sleep too. I'm gonna pick the college vibes. 75% agrees with me. Buhanka vibes versus night vibes. Well, this picture is really, really dope. I'm not even gonna say that much, just look at it. It is really cool. Pick this. Russian flag vibes or military vibes. Again, I don't support Russia in this regard. I'll pick the Russian flag vibes, however, it is not that common in Russia to like showcase your flag. It is much more common in America. Russian president vibes or cars vibes. Well, the cars in Russia there are like bad, and you can even find cars similar to those in adjacent countries. It's not like a very unique thing to Russia. And president vibes, like I'm not really a big supporter vibes or snow vibes, it seems like it's the last round in the first cycle. Snow vibes are really cool. The snow in Russia and like the winter in Russia is really charming. It's really beautiful here. And the flag vibes, I can't really tell what kind of vibe this is. So snow vibes all the way. Alright, second stage. We're getting closer to the end of the video. Sunset vibes all the way. It's just unmatched. Right, city vibes versus night vibes. Night vibes. And it's like, it's the same like city. You see the buildings are really, really similar to those. And this probably is just a different town. However, the buildings are still the same. They are really, really, really popular in Russia, this type of buildings, and night vibes are just cooler. And in my opinion, like this picture is really cool. Kremlin vibes versus Russian courtyard vibes. It's not even close. Russian courtyard vibes all the way. Alright, village vibes or Russian. Village vibes is like two villages in this round. I just have to pick the picture that I resonate with the most. And I'm sorry that I'm moving around. I probably made some loud noises, maybe moving real awkward, but my back just hurts. I had a back day in the gym today, and it's like, it's not very pleasant. However, I like this picture more because you see, it's like the lake and the forest in the background, and the light just falls so beautifully. I like it. Railway station vibes versus evening vibes. You see, I'm not a big like train traveler, and I've only traveled with, on train like a couple of times, and evening vibes are much more close to me than the railway station vibes. However, this picture is cool also, but evening vibes, it's different. 22% agrees with me. Oh, come on, man. Snow vibes or Russian childhood vibes. Well, the snow vibes are really cool, but you can kind of find the similar snow vibes in other countries, especially like Norway. In Norway, I think the snow vibes are definitely superior there. And Russian childhood vibes, it's like you can't really find the substitution for this one. It is really unique to Russia, and I think it's the winner here. Train vibes or Russian flag vibes. Once again, I'm not really getting the whole Russian flag vibe because it is not that popular to showcase flag. It is much more common to do that in America. So Russian trains vibes, college vibes, or bus vibes. You see, guys, I'm kinda sleepy, so I'm gonna pick those guys because they're sleepy too. Evening vibes or night vibes. So we got a time of the day debate. Evening vibes or night vibes. It's like this picture is just too cool, guys. I really like evening vibes, but this picture it's just different. It's on a whole nother level. I'm gonna pick this one. 76% agrees with me. It's not a surprise. Alright, sunset vibes or Russian childhood vibes. If we just take in the pictures into consideration, then in this scenario, this picture is cooler because you kind of see stickers on the fridge, and it's really common in Russia. And this picture is cool also, but it's terms of vibes. Guys, I'm really hoping that you're vibing with me right now. Just you can even close your eyes and imagine those pictures in your head. It's alright, just go to sleep. Russian village vibes versus Russian courtyard vibes. I really like the village vibes, but this is just unmatched. You kind of see those things. You can hang onto them and like do some gymnastics and mess around just like with your friends. It is really dope, and the trees are also cool, and the light. It just happens to be so inviting and so warm. Train vibes versus college vibes. Again, I'm not really big train rider and college vibes. Since I'm a college student, I'ma pick this one. Alright, we got semi-finals. College vibes versus Russian courtyard vibes. Take your time, take your time. Well, college vibes, this picture is cool, but Russian courtyard vibes, you can find anything like that in USA. It's I don't know. It just hits different. I can't explain it. That's like the whole point of vibes. You can't really explain your feelings. It's just how you're feeling towards it. A big Russian courtyard, sunset on night vibes. Again, it's just unfair because this picture is just too good. And sunset vibes is also cool, but you can't really compete with this. Like he holds a cigar and it just matches with the smoke. Oh my god, it's so cool. Alright, the final night vibes. Night vibes or Russian courtyard vibes. And since we're doing a Russian aesthetics video, I just think that the left picture represents the whole Russian aesthetics better than the picture on the right. The picture on the right is really, it's like it hits close to home for people who live there and in the adjacent countries. But the picture on the left is just really magnificent, and it represents the vibe as well. So I'm a big the night vibes. So the winner is chosen finally, and let's go to results and see. Place based on this attempt and place in the overall side statistics. It seems like my opinion matched the opinion of the majority, and night vibes is the first place. Russian courtyard vibes is the seventh. College vibes is the second. I kinda get it. That's a dope picture. Let's see other results. Kremlin vibes is the fourth. I think it's just because the picture is really beautiful. It's the sky that carries this whole picture. Railway station vibes is the third. Again, the snow is really beautiful, and the way that light kind of falls onto the snowflakes is really cool as well. So guys, that's the results. That's the results. I hope that you really felt the vibes, liked the aesthetics, and if so, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate your support, and I will see you in the next video.